America has a problem.
Pick up on none of your calls in the parking lot in Tucson. Are you with me? You're standing with the roof gone. I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Then you can get a move on. Like you haul, and I know you like to go slow.
Hi everyone, hold on. I wanted to do this video because when we're not being political, we're gonna be honest. I seen it change in Savannah a little bit, but I want to show y'all what she said at the View. And I've noticed ever since her father was released, she's been doing a lot of this lately. So I'm going to play some clips and we're gonna talk about it. And I want to get into how she's grifting and how she's pondering it, child.
When it comes to the event that happened yesterday, what's so hard for me to witness is people stating that the president is a racist, because I've seen him firsthand. He saved one of my best friend's lives, a black woman who has been with him for 18 years. So he has a black friend. He's a racist. No, he saved her life. No, he did.
Okay. Here's the problem, Savannah, and why we have a different take on it. Many of us have a different take on it, because when you target DEI programs with executive office, from your with executive orders, your first week in office, arguing that the policies undermine national unity. You know, when you shared racist posts about the Obamas, when you pursued the death penalty for the exonerated five, after you knew they had been exonerated. These are the reasons that his behavior is so hard. And I don't know whether you know about this, but in the 70s, he was accused of discriminating against black tenants because he wouldn't rent to them. He didn't want them to build.
Was that an accusation?
No, that was a proven fact. They took him to court. The
lawsuit was settled with the Justice Department.
When it comes to the event that happened yesterday,
Okay, I saw that and I say, huh? And a lot of people say, well, it would have been better if she would have said, oh, I have a black niece. So, and okay, everybody like, okay, girl. But she brought up her friend. And Savannah, to me, I've been seeing, she's been on The View for a while doing Hot Topic. And I've been seeing her kind of do a change, right? She started a podcast when her father and mother went into prison, right? And she started a podcast and, you know, she was saying how she wanted to get them pardoned. They got pardoned. Now, her father does not like Trump. But he thanked him for pardoning him. I want y'all to remember that. Her father also told her, don't do this. From what I'm hearing, people's like her daddy say not for her to do this. Savannah has really been carrying the family on her shoulders. And I feel like I've seen her mistreat her grandmother. I've seen her, it was a lot of things I saw. And I want to play something that Todd said, because a lot of people feel like they're grifting because of this pardon, but Todd really don't want to talk about it. And let me play this.
Well, I want y'all to feel the same struggle I felt.
Well, we don't. Why do you want us to have to struggle with our kids?
It's not struggle with your kids, but you grow with your children. I'm glad I had y'all at the age that I had you.
Yeah, but you didn't really struggle with us.
Savannah, ever since you've been born, I've struggled with you.
No. What do you mean?
Well, I raised the biggest liars in the world. None of y'all have ever told me the truth. I have found out so much about y'all that me and your mama never knew.
Like what?
Y'all have stole cars from us, smoked cigarettes, you've drank, all of you've whored around. So at the end of the day, none of you did what I asked you to do.
but I've been pretty good.
Yeah, you have been.
I mean, I definitely lied, but like I hadn't gotten in any trouble. I was good.
No, but you've just had two angels sitting on your shoulder.
He not lying, because the way she talked to his mama, I'm surprised he didn't check her about that. About how, and at this point, she's doing a lot of the grifting, right? And a lot of people feel like Todd them did it, but Todd has, from what I've heard, let me see if I can find that. Hold on. He don't want her speaking out and doing certain stuff. This is what he says. Let me show you. This is what he said. Now, one thing about Todd, he like, listen, I'm not going to turn my back on her. Do I agree with everything she's doing? No. But do I thank her for getting me out? Yes, this is about as far as we're going to go.
And as I said to her last week, when she and I had a heated conversation, I said, you will listen to me. That is your brother. He is my son, and he will be welcome anywhere I stand. And you better get over your with him, because you're not going out here holy rolling and saying that you're fighting for the world.
Child. Girl. She got to start joining the lives.
World when you won't fight for your brother.
I'm so glad I have supportive friends. Ooh, let me go see what I've been missing. You've been missing a lot. Come on in.
But I'm not turning my back on my.
And he's not lying. You're fighting for the world, but you're not fighting for your brother. And that is true, because she hasn't really, her relationship with her brother has been going bad. And I'm starting to see how she did it. You know, she got on the "Make America Great Again" hat, and he's walking around trying to hide from him. Child, this is a mess. All right, let's get back to her. Even on the show, I want to talk about her on the show and how Savannah really had everything on her with the family. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm trying to find it. I should have sent it to me. A lot of them, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me exit out and come back at TikTok. But I want to show y'all where all of this started, because she was really acting nasty to her grandma and her brothers. Like, really funkified. Her sister don't deal with her. The oldest one, child, it's a lot with that. It's a lot with that. Let me see if I can find it. Savannah was a fan favorite for everybody at one point. Um, everybody loves Savannah. But when people started seeing this, they knew it was an issue. Let me show you this. This is a child.
Fat, slim, thick, no tummy. I'm too bad.
So I have a question. Why do we have this little black girl in this MAGA hat? I bet this little girl is in this all white family. And I usually don't pay attention to this scammy family. I know who the Chrisleys are, but I know how scammy they are too. And I bet you she has no contact with any of her black family members, which is a shame because she's going to grow up not knowing that 92% of black women that look like her do not support MAGA. And it's a shame because she's been indoctrinated into this MAGA stuff. Because why is she wearing this hat? What politics do she have to disagree with? She can't even vote yet. So she's being indoctrinated.
Pose for me, baby. Natalie Nunn. Hey, baddies. Pose for me. Fat, slim, thick, no tummy. I'm too bad.
So I have a question. Why do we have this little black girl in this MAGA hat? I bet this little girl is in this all white family. And I usually don't pay attention to this scammy family. I know who the Chrisleys are, but I know how scammy they are too. And
it's like a grifting, and then she's putting you know, her niece into it. And it's I see you getting a part in, but which is cool. Get your part in like the rest of them. Go on about your business. Don't say a damn thing. But hold on. Let me tell you what Todd say. But it's like, girl, really? Oh, she's hardcore.
For a week in February. Are you guys excited for her? Are you like nervous? Like what? How are we feeling about her?
I'd rather eat my way across the front lawn than her to do this show.
Oh.
But it's just, you know, my daughter is going to do fine. I love Whoopi. I've always had a great relationship with Whoopi. But you know, it's a decision that she has made, and we support her in that decision.
Absolutely.
Okay, but it seems like there's some hesitance from you guys. Why were you kind of like maybe not feeling it so much? Are you scared for her?
No. Scared for Chrisley?
No, I'm not scared
all
for
right,
her.
that was a dumb question. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
let me rephrase that. Did you have any
opinions.
concerns?
The View has had their opinions about us, and you know they have had certain things that they've said about us. And I think just she's still, no matter how old she is, she's our child, and so we just never want to put her in that any.
We didn't put her in any situation. She
No.
chose that situation.
Absolutely.
But you know, at the end of the day, it's a decision that Savannah has made. She will be fine. She has been raised to be respectful and to be kind and to be generous.
Yeah.
And her mother and I would expect her to do that, to be able to do that while sitting on at that table with those women. I would like for Savannah to participate in things to where her voice and her opinions are respected.
Speaking of conversations,
They respect her opinion and her voice, but they don't respect they don't like that she's very. Have y'all seen the Chrisleys with a MAGA hat on, or Todd and all of them with that on, or anything like that? No. Todd and Julie ain't wearing no I ain't seen them with nothing on because they got partying. I haven't seen not one thing on. I haven't. But I have to take that back because I have to play this. Which is
Great audience. It's a much better stage than what I've been on in the past. I've met a lot of you today in the meet and greets, and I want to say how proud I am of all of you young women and men that are here showing up because you know it's the thing that you need to be doing. So, congratulations.
The funds must be low because that show ain't on no more. From what I'm seeing. Number two, I ain't heard nothing about that show in probably seasons. So that, yes, they're grifting and the funds are low. I just want to let y'all know that the funds are low. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all got mad at me talking about y'all was going to strike my channel because I said y'all Barbie World girl got paid millions and that's how she saved her home. Barbie World girl had to save her home and TP sat there and paid her millions of dollars. They got paid for this. So don't think they're sitting here, okay. They have some, they just got out. Okay.
I want to thank each and every one of you for coming today. I want to thank Turning Point USA and thank you to every American here today who still believes that this country is still worth fighting for. I want to say something right from the heart, something that shouldn't be controversial, but somehow has become exactly that. This country is stronger when we come together than when we allow ourselves to be divided. Not by race, not by background, not by income, and not by political labels. Division is not strength.
Notice ain't nobody clapping. Notice ain't nobody clapping. What is he talking about? We don't like them. Ain't nobody clapping. Pay attention to people saying, oh, I need protection, or oh, I'm doing this because I'm this and that. This is why Joy Reid said what she said. Being pardoned by him is not really the best because you have to grift and you have to do stuff. You don't just get pardoned and you're good and you can. No, baby, you got to go showboat. That's why I asked the Barbs on my last video with Nikki. I said, how is it protection or is she having money problems? Because I want you to pay attention. How can somebody with countless of felonies and have a lot going on can protect a woman who, let's be honest, she having some money problems? Cardi didn't lie. Y'all hate Cardi so much. Cardi didn't lie about that. And now we're seeing, yeah, the Chrisley's show did not do that great. It did not. We saw them come home. We ain't hear no more about a show. No more about a show.
Division is a strategy. If you believe in faith and family, you're outdated. If you love this country, you're extreme. That kind of thinking doesn't build a nation. It tears one apart. So let me be clear. Disagreement is not hate. Debate is not violence. Standing on principle is not extremism. What is dangerous is silencing people who think differently. And this is exactly what Charlie Kirk stood for. Faith and freedom matter, no matter where you are.
That is not what he stood for. Child, the grifting is coming from inside the home. That is not what he stood for. Charlie Kirk hated black women and black men. Charlie Kirk went to these campuses and argued with these children to say that being black is a problem and was trying to grift the black people into being anti-black. So that's not what he stood on.
Where you go in your life, faith and freedom matter. I'm standing here today only because of three things: God, President Donald Trump, and my daughter Savannah. That without my faith in God, I wouldn't have had the strength to keep going when everything around me was falling apart. Without President Trump, I would not have experienced the support, the courage, and the reminder that standing up to powerful systems matter. And without my daughter Savannah, who refused to be silent, who stood boldly, who carried strength far beyond her years, I would not be standing here today. I want you all to know, and I've taught my children this from a very early age, that a nation without God and family will not stand. We're watching faith pushed out of public life, parents pushed out of their children's education, families mocked instead of honored. That doesn't move us forward, it weakens us. Faith doesn't divide America, it grounds it. Families don't hold us back, they hold us together. And freedom doesn't create chaos, it creates responsibility. I need for each and every one of you to know that you're being targeted. You're being told what to think instead of how to think. You're being pressured to conform instead of lead. And you're being told that silence is safer than courage. Don't believe it. America doesn't need more followers.
Another thing, I want to debunk that a little, if y'all don't mind. You're raising a Black child. Black people were here first. I'm trying to understand, what do we need to follow to the weaponizing the Bible into racism? I'm still confused on what the hell y'all be talking about. I'm lost with that. What are you talking about? Okay, yeah, let's fight for this country to be racism and systematic. Let's push these kids to marry. Let's push this and that. Oh, but you know, God ain't say, can y'all please do me a favor? Leave Jesus, Devontae Christ, and the good Lord Savior out of this. Yes, Jesus was Black. We're not gonna play them games. Where he was at, he was on Holy Land. That's in what you call it. Yeah, but guess what was connected to it? Africa. Do your research. Listen, he was Black because a lot of them went over there for that reason, because what you call it was trying to take over Egypt. Hello? He was Black. He was Black. Moses, Black. Ruth, Black. Oh, they were Black. You were talking about the Sahel. Black. 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 So I want to know, are you serving the one that wanted to be God? They got kicked out by Michael, or is you serving the one that is? Because you can't be. You can't be. This country was turned into systematic racism and racism. And it was also turned into the Bible thing. And if you want to know where Christianity came from, you would do your research. That's why I say stop saying religions, because religion was a factor of control. Another thing, Christianity was built off of what? Patriarch, right? Patriotism. And how you want me to tell you, the same people they trying to get up out this country, the Spanish people. Yeah, from Spain. So y'all sitting here talking about God and stuff. Y'all need to do y'all research. The same people y'all trying to push out this country, immigrants, realize where they came from. Ethiopians. It wasn't Ethiopian. Oh my God, I'm losing it. I forgot where the original Bible came from. That's where it came from, but it wasn't called Christianity. It wasn't called that. So I really want y'all to stop saying that and start doing y'all research and stop throwing God to cover up y'all anti-blackness and racism. It's not cute. It's really not. Y'all don't do y'all research for me. Y'all really don't. Y'all believe, oh, it's God and nothing else, and that's why people are sitting here playing God and using faith. First of all, everybody that know, Christian or not, you can get possessed. You can have certain stuff. It's certain stuff out here that happens. It's spiritually going on that they're not talking about. But y'all I'm so scared. You're not supposed to be scared. You know, the Bible tell you that. How you gonna find out something and be scared of it? You know, everybody know if you fighting out something, you can't be scared. You cannot be scared. Because it's feed off fear. That's why I ask, who are you serving? Because God don't talk about that. God say everybody is supposed to love everybody. And sometimes you gotta love from a distance. And God also say you got to get away from people at sometimes because whatever they got going on, you don't need. I'm just trying to confuse why everybody want to bring Jesus, Devontae Christ, and our Lord and Savior, Jesus, Lord, into this because they minding their business. Y'all holding up the prayer line with this mess. People are dying, Kim. People are trying to figure something out that it's on the prayer line calling, and y'all holding up with mess. I'm just saying.
It needs leaders with conviction. Patriotism is something that you should never apologize for. So let me be very clear when I say this. Loving America is not hateful. Honoring the flag is not offensive. Believing this is the greatest country in the world is not ignorance. Patriotism means you care enough to fight for what this nation can be, not tear it down for what it isn't. Closing, I want you all to know that choose courage, choose unity. Because for 28 months, I was known as 72600-019 in our federal prison system. But standing here today, I'm restored. I am Michael Todd Chrisley. I'm a man saved by faith. I'm a father strengthened by his child. And I'm an American who still believes that this country's best days are ahead. Stand firm in what you believe in. Speak the truth. Love this country boldly. Reject division. Reject fear. And never surrender your values for the approval of someone else. We are all brothers and sisters in Christ. God does not see us as a color or a gender or a religion. And I want us all to come together. I don't want us to become a country that bolsters in hate and forgets how to love. I want each and every one of you to know that you have parents that love you, that want to be proud of you, and we want to be proud of you. But you young kids, you hold the future for all of us. You hold the future for your children. You hold the future for your parents.
You get on my nerves.
So I want you to go ahead. I want you to go forward and know that God is.
I couldn't sit next to my boy at no church for nothing. Because he gonna start laughing. I'm gonna bust out too. I wonder, I be confused with this too, another thing, because we know they have an underlying tone of hate in the hatred, right? I wonder how can y'all say we are a unity when y'all excluding people? Contradiction, but let's continue.
With you every step of the way. Walk in faith, not in fear. Hello. It's great to be here today.
I'm confused because with the racist anticism and all of this stuff, how can you be for something that is ripping people apart, that is putting us with what they're doing? They're treating the brown community, Latinas, Like they're running a if we want to be honest, and then you're treating other people like it's Jim Crow. I'm not understanding. But okay. I had to find the one with her grandmother because it told me everything I needed to know. And the way she treated her grandma, I already knew the attitude.
Theory going around, a conspiracy, if you will, that the Chrisleys aren't really MAGA. Savannah and the gang were just faking it as a way to get Todd and Julie pardoned. Now, when they first came out as MAGA, I wouldn't say I was surprised because when it comes to YT, if they don't announce otherwise, I just automatically kind of assume they are MAGA, which I know is ignorant on my part, but can't help it. But I was like, oh, okay. Now, it very much so is possible. People are like, oh, because Todd came out and he spoke about the injustices that he know the African American men who were independent with him faced. But I mean, I guess you can be MAGA and not support everything that Trump does. Would that just be a Republican? Like, are Republican and MAGA? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying it's possible, but I believe that they're MAGA. Also, I've been rewatching Chrisley Knows Best, and the way Will used to tag Todd for being gay, like when he said Todd is used to being on the bottom, I was like, oh. Then he was described Todd as flamboyant, or that he's a peacock and he's always showing his feathers. Yeah, he was clocking Todd team. And I seen clips of Todd from that press conference that he did, and I see prison didn't really do nothing but make him more sassy, but which I'm here for. Go off, Queen.
Okay, let me share this because this woman was doing it about the show, and yeah.
That I would never ask to do me a favor. I would never ask her for a dime. I would never ask her.
Okay, so I'm playing this because when the show was on, it was like, and Savannah and Julie also argued. It's like she was grifting and being real nasty. She had a bad attitude, and she did have like a sense of a attitude. And at first, I was like, well, maybe she feel, that hey, I had to carry the family. You guys went to prison. I got to carry them. I'm tired of carrying them. I got to get y'all home because I can't carry everybody. And it's annoying. Savannah felt like she had to step in the whole time. They were going for 2 to 4 years, maybe 5. And the attitude just got like she was arguing with everybody. Felt like it's everybody's fault.
Do anything for me because she will remind me and throw it in my face until the day that I die. I can already tell that. Do you know the saying, many are called, but few are chosen? Mm-hmm. Savannah was clearly chosen to pick up the mantle for her family when her parents went to jail. And let me be clear, I love the Chrisleys. I loved Chrisley Knows Best. I love Todd. Nobody could ever make me hate that man. This is last year before that. And I love I still really love Savannah. I just feel like her having to do what she did instead of it being something that she does with pride because she has to and nobody else is equipped to do it. She's doing it with anger and attitude and regret and all kind of stuff. Like, girl, if I'm Chase or anybody else, sis, I'm good on you. You're not gonna constantly like make me feel like crap because I don't want to go to the White House and protest and be a speaker at an event. Like, I don't understand why that was so difficult for her to understand. You can visibly tell that Chase was affected by this in a different way. Look at him. Look at him. Like, this family, it was hard for me to watch this season because I used to love the show so much and it was so fun. It reminded me.
She had an attitude with everybody in the family that did not go. She went alone. She was mad at Chase. She was mad at the grandma. So when people be like, oh, it's not all of them. I feel like it's a separation after this because she was mad. She wanted Chase to go. She wanted the sister wasn't fucking with them. The other like I ain't fucking. They had that issue. She was like, yeah, we should go. Grandma say I ain't going. I'm not going, and she was upset by that. She went by herself. And I think it's a separation because she had a problem with Chase and whoever Chase was with. She talked real snappy and nasty to her grandma. Um, I didn't Grayson didn't go either. And I didn't even see Grayson in that thing with her either with that hat on. So I feel like it's a separation of who does what. Yeah, we a family, but I don't F with her because of that, and she don't F with me because of that. So it's like a separation. I didn't see Julie stand up there, and I didn't see Julie in the audience. I didn't see Julie there. I'm finna look. I didn't see Julie in the audience.
Of how I used to feel about the Braxtons, and then that shifted because the dynamics changed. People started like it just got real ugly. So now it's not really good to watch. But I'm interested to see how things transpire going forward. But I was very disappointed in her attitude. I get it though. Like I get it. You had to do that. You had to step up. It wasn't cool. You wasn't happy about it. It wasn't fun. Nobody really stepped up in the way that you wanted them to. But God graced you for it, baby. He equipped you to do it, and it worked. It worked. What if everybody else came in and tried to help you and it interfered with what actually needed to happen?
Julie is not that. Chase isn't. I'm looking it up now. I don't. Let me see. I want to make
what I'm saying?
sure.
Like, anyway, let me stop preaching. All I'm saying is I was disgusted with her attitude for the entire 2 episodes that I watched. Disgusted. And I love me some Nanny Faye. She just be trying to make sure everybody get along, child. Anyway, what y'all think about this new season? Savannah, Chrisley.
And a lot of people feel like they're fake MAGA. I feel like it's a separation. I feel like that because you see who's standing up and you see who like, no, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. And that's just what it is. Um, Let me tell y'all what Funky had to say.
Ridiculously crazy. Todd Chrisley is now begging to Donald Trump to pardon his prison sentence. He claims he's being targeted for being MAGA. When I tell y'all white people are one crafty species, this is so crafty. And believe it or not, guys, it's crafty enough to possibly work. Oh, Todd Chrisley is waiting on Donald Trump to get him out of jail. And I got the right mind that this is probably going to get Trump's attention, and we'll see, because Trump is a fraud and a fraudster as well. And he likes to do those type of things.
What happened?
Nevertheless.
Now, this is before he got out, which he got out last year. But a lot of people are saying how she's grifting. And a lot of people wanted her to get them home. A lot of people were saying, you know, child, she been doing it since 2024. Child, she ain't talk about them no more. Oh, baby, she done drop kicked Savannah, child. She been talking about other stuff. Child, she say, hell no. Phil girl, Tay. So now, when they got released, let me go back. We knew it was a hard grift because she did show up in 2024 with her and Chloe to go to the White House and stuff. Remember, they talked about that. Now, when it was time for them to be released, Nanny Faye Chase was left out. She had Grayson and Chloe there, but Nanny Faye and Chase, she left them out and she brought her friends.
Bringing her brother Chase and Nanny Faye to go get her mom and dad when they just got released is annoying. For starters, that is not your decision. Regardless on what was going on, that is his mother. Nanny Faye is his mother. She should have been the first one in that vehicle to see her child, because guess what? She's over you. She birthed him. Okay. Then Chase, even though Chase may have been however he was, whoop, doo, doo, whoop, that is still their son. And they would have loved to see all of their kids at the same time. You bringing other people, but not bringing the main factors is crazy. Spite whatever you had going on, you took on a role and you ran with it. Cool. You did it. You did your job. You did your big one. You got your mom and dad out. Great.
Even before that, she was mad. She say, oh, because Nanny Faye say, hey, you know, I got this going on. She said, it's always something with you. What you keep calling me for? It's always something with you. I was like, what the fuck is this?
But guess what? Controlling that narrative just so you can be the only one, eventually you will be the only one. Savannah is the type of girl that you just cannot give high rank positions to, because what will end up happening is it'll go to her head and then she's in the loop-de-loop and she's thinking that she's bigger than the program.
Mm-hmm.
Or better yet, that she is the program and it's her way or no way. Other people have lives. Other people have other reasonings. Other people aren't you. If you feel like it was you, that's a whole other conversation for another day. But y'all know what to do. If you see this video, let me know how you feel about it. Comment below and make sure you go check out Poppy Sage Natural Skincare and order your products today. Savannah not bringing her brother.
And I'm going to say this, for her to, you know, kind of like treat the family a different way because she didn't want them. A lot of people thought it was fake because they had to get pardoned, but I knew it wasn't fake then. I knew it wasn't fake then. Especially going on these panels and doing that stuff. She was serious, y'all. I don't know what y'all surprised.
Whatever, everybody. So we're gonna jump right into this. Savannah Chrisley was on The View. Listen to what she had to say about Trump. Tell me if you guys agree with what she's saying, or do you guys think she's only saying this because he pardoned her parents? Check it out.
When it comes to the event that happened yesterday, what's so hard for me to witness is people stating that the president is a racist, because I've seen
You know, when you shared race, exonerated 5 after you knew they had been exonerated. These are the fact they took them to court. They took them to court.
We saw that. Hold on.
We're on the list because we were at a party or a wedding or something that somebody might have been. That's what I found out anyway.
Yeah, no, people are trying to turn me into, I wasn't his girlfriend.
So what you're saying is that just because you're mentioned in the files does.
First of all, that was an FBI tip, and because they saw them, they did not participate in that. I'm going to tell y'all something. Let me explain something to y'all. Just like when y'all heard somebody say, oh, it was at a Diddy party, and then we go to find out by reading court documents, and some people still believe Jaguar. I don't know why. Reading court documents and reading how he was dragging these women and have them participate with having actual activities with these men and paying them with the company credit card. No celebrities were involved. The only people were his people were being mistreated and used the company credit card. And I'm explaining something to you. Diddy was paying male gigolos. Nobody, a celebrity, was part of that. I'm going to say it again. Paying male gigolos. Paying male gigolos. And I'm going to say this too. Look at the people that stand behind this man when this man was mentioned thousands of times, and they threw the celebrity in it because they don't want y'all to know that he's mentioned more than them. I just had a document that I shared on my page. I don't think I shared it on my political thing I am tomorrow, where they were saying people that are mentioned were not the real people. It was redacted. They have said this, DOJ redacted them, and they have the actual thing they're reading. That's why they're calling people in. But y'all thinking, oh yeah, no. Let me say this. And I'm not being racial, I'm not being rude, but I want you to think about something. I'll say it again. We don't do that. We have been a product of that for years. We don't do that. We don't do that. We have been a product of y'all doing that to us for years. We don't do that. Okay, continue.
Doesn't mean that it should incriminate you. And it also doesn't mean that you were doing things with Mr. E, that you weren't involved with what he was involved with. That's your point, right? Why is it so hard for that to be your logic and your justification, but it isn't?
Because we don't do that. We don't do that. I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to understand. Y'all know who I'm talking about, us. We don't do that. No. Where do y'all get that from? That we participate with stuff like that? Because we don't, baby, we don't get in the, honey, honey, it's a lot that we don't do that y'all do. I'm just being honest. It's a lot. We don't do that. We don't participate in stuff like that. Hell no. Half of us don't even, let me shut up. Let me tell you something. We don't do that. Just like y'all try to say, oh, y'all put yourself on the street. We don't do that. It's a lot we don't do that y'all do. Like putting your underwear in a Keurig coffee machine to clean it. We don't do that shit. We go to the laundromat. Hell. It was, oh, they invite us to a party. Yeah, we gonna go. The moment they see something weird, oh, yeah, we gotta go. We don't sit there and go, oh, wow. Hell no. It was great. This was a nice party. I have to leave. I appreciate the wedding. Yeah, I gotta be up in the morning. We don't stay and try to figure out what's going on. When we hear strange noises, we don't run to them. We sit right here in our spot and we don't do that. It's a lot of stuff y'all saying that we now is coming out that some people are doing that, but that is the product of what was done to them because of the product of what y'all try to instill. But other than that, we don't. Hell no. We don't let children run and do all that. You gon' no. And to the white people that know what I'm talking about, y'all duck, because hey, y'all don't do half of that stuff either. Some of y'all like, hell no. Yeah, I'm gonna pass out on that, buddy. I'm gonna pass out on that, buddy. We ain't touching that. Won't get me. Come on, Susan, let's go. Y'all know. No. We gotta go. Yeah. Just because, like y'all thought with Diddy, oh, they would, baby. Diddy didn't want the men to know, and nobody in the industry to know that he had a thing to where he liked to see men with other women and like to be nasty like that. That's why I was at hotels. He did not want them to know. He didn't want them to know. Some of them people that found out was like, what the fuck? Who y'all saw support him? Kanye West. Everybody else was like, hell, well, he just freaky, like, because they know it's a disease, but they didn't agree to whatever. It's an actual disease, y'all. I seen a woman on TikTok, go look it up, and she said, I looked at her, she was like, I don't mind my man. I don't mind him, doing that. I don't mind. I like seeing it. Girl, you got me effed up. What? She was like, I sit there and watch. I get off on my man doing that. What? I didn't know it was a thing. She say I have that same disease. She say, now I'm not excusing the DV. I don't like that. But I like to see stuff like that. I like to watch. I like to watch people do stuff. And I was like, she's not saying watch it like, you know, what other people, right? She say she want to actually sit there and look at them have people have pleasure. She like to watch it. And I was like, she was like, yeah, I let my husband. You nasty as hell. What you gotta watch other people? Like she don't want to see it on those. She want to look at, like actually look at the whole thing go down. Yeah, go look on TikTok. I was flabbergasted. I felt like I say it's people like Kanye West like to look at stuff like he like to see. Yeah, he said that. He say I like to watch. What? Y'all nasty as hell. What the fuck is that? I'm not watching my man. I'm not. Hell, what the fuck? Y'all be taking too extreme, but now y'all just nasty.
For Mr. Trump. Well, it's because he's mentioned over 1 million times. So because you're mentioned, you're automatically incriminated?
Yeah, he trying to take up for him. Anyway, moving on. He's more than mentioned. They got photos. But wait, what?
Now, first of all, who the fuck told Savannah Chrisley to be outside in the Cayman Islands with a new man?
I will say, you guys know I love the Cayman Islands.
Because I know Todd didn't. I know he didn't. Todd Chrisley came home and threw away all Savannah's white claws, so I know he didn't go for this. Now, TMZ spotted Savannah Chrisley booed up with a new man. Now, I don't know how I feel about it because she just told us that her and Robert Shiver just tried to work it out and he ghosted her. Ghosted her. Now, in case you don't know who he is, he's the man whose wife tried to unalive him with her side piece in the Bahamas, who had a private jet, who was fucking loaded. They didn't work out. I'm still heartbroken about that, but the fact that he ghosted her makes.
And another thing I want to ask y'all supporters of that man, why y'all like going to other people's countries when y'all don't like them? Why y'all do that? Don't do that.
Him irrelevant, honestly. But Savannah has moved the on. And honestly, if we're being real.
Oh, she gonna get me copyrighted. I had to stop. Chewing on my bubblegum. Yeah, I know. But yeah, she has been grifting, y'all. She have. I kind of seen it. I mean, listen, freedom of speech, she got the right to have a political choice for who she have it with, right? But don't sit here and I think the problem with people is her saying, oh, he has a black friend. Let me tell y'all something. I want to say this. Don't think that. It's okay. You know who stand up for us and be like, hell yeah. But then my friend black, and they have that undertone joke of racism. That's what we're talking about. I will say, a lot of people think she's doing this because he got, and it's fake. I personally don't think it's fake. I don't. Do I think this is how she feel because her daddy home? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, and I want to say this because I see a lot of people upset by what I said. First of all, you ain't got to unsubscribe. We're having a real conversation. I talk about everything over here. So if you don't like what I talk about, you can clearly end the video and go on to other stuff. But I talk about these things. First of all, I am a black woman. It ain't easy for me as a black woman. It ain't easy for black men either. So just because I stand 10 toes on who I am, and I stand 10 toes on the truth of what I know of my history, does not mean I hate you or I'm saying my history as a black woman. What I've seen as a black woman. I have a black child. I've seen anti-blackness. I've seen anti-blackness and anti-gender hate. They hate themselves, and I see that. Or they're this and that, but they still want the approval. I've seen that. I know I'm gay, but I still want to be approved. That's what they say. Some of them feel that way. I know I'm gay, but I still want the approval for certain things. I see that. And as a black woman, I have to stand 10 toes down. Now, if you don't like that I stand 10 toes down because I am a black woman, I know what it's like to be black in this country. I'm going to say it again. I know what it's like to be black in this country. I have to work 10 times harder. I have to do it than the next person. You don't know why? Because they feel like I have to prove that I can do it. That's just being honest. We get the worst. So I'm understanding a lot of people upset about that. That's fine. Wait a minute, what? Reportedly attacked at the cartel leader. What? All right, we got some important breaking news, y'all. Shit going crazy. Hold on. Now we talked about her, but as I'm saying, as a black woman, I know a lot of y'all be like, "Oh, I don't think I can." I talk about other stuff and be funny too, but we got to be real with ourselves. Listen, this is breaking news. I'm sharing this. What is going on, y'all? What in the Jesus? Okay, it's going crazy in Mexico. So listen, we got to breaking news. Listen, things have turned real intense in Mexico as the cartel boss El Micho, who had a $10 million bounty on him, was unalive in a target military operation not long after news of his unaliving started spreading. Armed men believed tied to his official whatever he had going on allegedly stormed the Mexican international airport, sending travelers and workers running for cover. As a Pew report fires, reports started circulating. Authorities say the chaos might be retaliation for unaliving, and witness claim panic broke out. Child, I keep telling y'all to stop going on there. From what I'm hearing, they holding them hostage. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. What?
No mames. ¿Están bien?
Oh my God.
Gente corriendo.
What in the heck? They just put out a travel thing saying that you can't travel. U.S. issues shelter in place alert as violence erupts. Oh, what? Across states. Hold on. There is a shelter in place. What the hell is going on? What the fuck? Mexico, due to ongoing security operations and related blow blotches, criminal activity, U.S. citizens what in the following locations should shelter in place until further notice. Jalisco State, including Puerto Vallarta, Chapala, in where the certain state in Mexico. State. Ooh, wow.
Away on tax prep. Filed today.
What? Shortly after news of his unaliving broke, the U.S. Department issued a shelter in states place active for Americans in multiple states. What you call it is not far from El Paso, I believe. Is it just Jalisco? It's not far from El Paso. Wow. It's in Mexico with Mexican steaks. This is crazy. Y'all, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and report back on that. But yeah, that's all I had to say with this one. I understand people are not gonna like what I said. I apologize if I offended. But I will be back. Now, what time did I say I was gonna come back? In an hour. Now we gonna have some fun. Oh, I got 15 minutes. We gonna talk about today, Keontae and Bubbles at 2:00. Baby, we finna go down a rabbit hole because I'm trying to figure out how many times have they been cheating on each other. What's that song? Dang, it say how many times? Oh my God. I forgot how to say that song. I will be back. And we are back to talk about Peppa Pig because I want to know, Peppa, why you ain't sit here and get the kids when you did all the fussing, Peppa? So I'll be back after that and we're going to be laughing, kicking. I know it's Sunday. You got to work tomorrow. Get your little margarita, get the ease off, get you some wine. To my new subscribers, we talk about everything over here. And if y'all got any crime stories y'all want me to talk about, put it in the comments. Yes, any crime stories you heard about, anything, put it in the comments. You want to do a review on a movie and you want to know what I think about it, put it in the comments. Because I'm really thinking about having us a Tubi conversation on these movies. And then baddies will be coming out. I will talk about that again. Yeah. Because I'm a little interested. And we gonna go into Jocelyn Cabaret. Yes, Jocelyn has a show. She been had a show for a while. It's interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, I talk about everything over here, y'all. So don't be offended by none of the things I say. I talk about that things. I talk about them. I have no issue with that. No, I don't hate nobody. But if a person dislike me, I give them hell. I'm just playing. Baby, you talk shit to me, girl. Okay, I just want to say, but no, I wanted to do this because I've been seeing that she's been grifting for a while. That's it. That's all. It's nothing against Savannah. No hate against her. I have no hate against Nicki. I don't fucking know Nicki Minaj. Now have I lost respect? Hell yeah. But do I hate her? Hell no. No, I've been said. I felt like pressure. Being a celebrity and being big is a pressure for people, and it causes pressure. And I feel like that things happen. I don't hate her. I just dislike her ass at certain shit that she say. I don't agree with it. I don't have to agree with it. I disagree. I am a 30-some-year-old woman. She old enough to be a sister or cousin. That's it. Other than that, hell no, I don't hate that girl. Ain't no hate. I don't hate nobody. Because if I hated somebody, you'll know it. I act like they don't exist on this earth. That's just what I do. But I don't hate nobody. I just be like, whatever. Okay. But yeah, I talk about everything. Tomorrow, I'm gonna skip on some political stuff because we gotta talk. I might still do a little news talk because everybody like that. But like I said, any crime, anything, any missing kids, anybody done got hurt and they dropping the ball, come on and send it to me. Put it in the comments. Yes, I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're in Africa, England. I don't care. Put it in the comments. China. We'll talk about it. Send it to me. Put it in the comments. Say, listen, can you research da-da-da? I'll do that. I have no issue. So I'm finna end it. I'm gonna check on my stuff. We making state bowls. And we finna get a little into folks' public relationship business because somebody in my comments said that Bubbles work at that liquor store. Ain't no wrong at working at the liquor store, child. You get your money how you get it, girl. If she worked at Magic City, I'm fine. But somebody say, Bubbles, you can't call nobody fat because you done sit here and fix up your stomach in and look like you was a video girl at Magic and you look like you a Magic City girl. That I didn't say it, they said it. I'll be back at 2:00. I see y'all in 10 minutes. Bring your drinks, your popcorn, get your food, let the kids play, and come on over. Cause baby, like I said, I talk about everything over here. And we finna talk about it. We can talk about it because I'm confused. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next. I'll see y'all in 10 minutes. We finna get messy. Bye, y'all.